Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. So it's been 2 weeks since I curated a little makeup basket to use for a couple of weeks, and I really did enjoy it. Definitely there was a couple of times this time around I think I will do a couple more lip colors. There was a few times where I was like, I have to wear this lipstick again. And it did really, one thing I noticed in particular was it was so much easier to get ready in the morning because it was just less decisions. I have so many palettes and so many lip colors and so many clothes and so many things that I spend a lot of time in the morning just making decisions, and I'm not somebody who makes decisions easily in the first place. So this really helped me in getting ready. Everything was in the basket. It was just a matter of picking, which item out of the basket that I was going to use. So I'm going to put everything back and we're going to do a new basket for the next 2 weeks. But I wanted to touch on each item as I go, and I made a few decisions in regards to how I'm going to do it differently this go around. So I included a couple of palettes in the basket this time. I had done the Naked Ultimate Basics palette as just sort of a basic situation. I don't love this as much as I thought I did. It made for a good pairing with this one, but the colors really all go on very similar. So I did discover that about this palette. I will still keep it because it makes for a really good pairing with like shimmery shadows and stuff like that, but I expected this to make my life easier because it's Urban Decay and because their shadows are so good and so easy to blend and all of that stuff. I was like, this will be easy. I think out of all the Urban Decay shadows that I've used, this might be my least favorite. Anyway, the jury's still out. I will put it back in another basket sometime soon and sort of decide. I had also paired it with this one here. This was the Pure Cosmetics Smoky Collection. I included this in the basket because I noticed I wasn't really using it very much, and now I realize why. There's some colors in here that I really like. I really like these first three, and this white right here is just insanely white. I love it. I actually really love it for like the inner corner if you want like a really bright highlight. The darker colors, however, I feel like they transferred down underneath my eye throughout the day. So for 2 weeks I was like, this is fine. So I haven't decided if I'll keep these in my collection permanently, but it definitely opened my eyes to some things that I don't love about them. And going forward, for example, if I end up getting another palette down the road that has these three colors in them and this white, then I wouldn't have any need to keep this. So that's why this is sort of an interesting experiment. I'm sure I won't do this indefinitely, but I'm enjoying it for now. And I had also included the Laura Lee Party Animal palette. I didn't use that one time, not once. I think that's more to do with the fact that it's been snowing and cold and very wintry outside, and I just wasn't ready for bright colors yet. So I'm gonna put these back. Here's the thing that I'm going to change about doing this basket. I'm not going to include eyeliners. I realized after a couple of days that that didn't make a whole lot of sense for a couple of reasons. First of all, I don't have a ton of eyeliners. I had included 3 in this basket. I don't have a ton of eyeliners, but there was definitely times where I was like, oh, I would have just used this one over here to tightline my lashes. Like, I just don't think it's necessary to put the liners in there because I don't have a huge collection of liners. So I'm not going to include liners this next go around. I'm also not going to include mascara. I had the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara in the basket, and I had the Essence I Heart Extreme mascara in the basket. After 2 days, I determined that I don't like either of those mascaras. So I had the Stila Huge Extreme Lash Mascara. I had one of these unopened, so I tossed it in the basket. So I'm not going to include that this time because I only have the one mascara open. So it's just going to go where my mascara lives. As for everything else I enjoyed. So I had included the Ofra liquid lipstick. This was given to me. I wanted to decide whether or not I like it. I do. I didn't have any issues with it staying on or anything like that. So I am going to put that back for now, as well as the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink in Dreamer. Love that one. I'm just ready for something else. I have the Milani Pretty Natural lipstick and the Urban Decay Matte After Dark. I enjoyed these. I was glad to get some use out of them. I sort of had forgotten about them, and I had also gotten Pandemonium by Urban Decay as a gift from my friend Billy, so I had tossed that in the basket to use as well. So I'm going to put all of those back. I enjoyed all of them. It was nice to sort of revisit a couple of old favorites. For blushes, I had the Essence Mosaic Blush and the Laura Geller Baked in Tropic Hues. I enjoyed both of these. This one was a little cooler, this one was a little warmer, so it was kind of perfect. I think that was a good decision. And for my single shadows, I had the Flawless Duo from TG, and I had this Repoussage single that I'm trying to use up as well. These are going to go back in the basket because I'm still trying to use them up. The Stila Lilac Legend, I love. I got some use out of it. I really enjoyed that, as well as the Dirty Little Secret Baked Highlighter in Bellini. So all those things are going back, as well as... no. Okay, so I have a few things that are going to go back in the basket. So I'm going to put these singles back in the basket. I'm still trying to use them up, and I think they'll pair well with the palettes that I'm including. I'm also going to put the Butter Bronzer back in the basket. I'm really enjoying this one, but I'm also going to include a second bronzer that I'm testing out right now. So I'm going to include that. And then the last thing that's going back in the basket is the Pretty Vulgar Shimmering Swan highlight. I got this in my last BoxyCharm. It's broken, if you can tell. So I'm pretty much just trying to use it up. I really, really like the color of this. They are sending me a replacement, but I just thought I would try to use up this broken one until I get the replacement. So that's all that's going back in the basket. What I chose this month, let's start with palettes just because they're easier to go in first. So I have a couple that I haven't used very much that I want to get some use out of, and then a couple that will just pair nicely. So I haven't gotten a lot of use out of this, the Pure Midnight Masquerade palette. I had gotten this in a BoxyCharm. There's 6 shadows over here and 4 face products over here. So I thought I would include this, as well as the Suva Beauty Protégé palette. I haven't gotten a ton of use out of this one either, so I thought I would include both of those. This has 2 highlighters and this has a highlighter in it, so I'm actually not putting any highlights in the basket because I have 3 just in these palettes that have not been used. And I also have the Pretty Vulgar one that I'm trying to use up. So I'm going to include these 2 palettes. And then to pair with that, I'm going to include the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette for transition colors, because both of those palettes, neither of them have transition colors, which is why I'm not getting a lot of use out of them. So I'm going to include that palette, and so I've got the 3 palettes. I've got the Pure Masquerade palette, the Suva Beauty Protégé palette, the Violet Voss Holy Grail palette. I'm going to include 3 of the Stila Glitter and Glow liquid shadows. So I've got Golden Girl, Kitten Karma, and Perlina. So I'm going to toss those in just for funsies. And I've got a couple of singles here that are going back in. Now for blush, oh yeah, and I am going to also include this Annabelle one, which is like a bajillion years old, but I thought if I'm feeling pink, it's like a pink sparkly single shadow. And then I'm also testing out this Nude by Nature loose bronzer. This is the color Bondi Bronze. I had gotten this as a sample when I bought a bunch of makeup through Shoppers Drug Mart. So I'm just testing it out. I have it on today. I feel like it's a little red and it's a little hard to blend. So I'm just trying to decide if I love it or not. And then for blushes, I'm gonna do the Milani Baked Blush in Bella Bellini. This is sort of a pink with a gold shift to it. And then I'm also gonna use the Note Desert Rose. It's a little bit more of a peachy tone. So again, I've sort of got a warm and a cool option for blush. And then for lippies, I'm gonna include a couple of extras this time as I didn't do the last time. I do have a few glosses in my purse that just live there, so those will stay there. I have a ton of e.l.f. lipsticks, and I don't know if I still like them because I haven't been using them, so I thought I would include this pink. Is called Classy. It's just like a really pretty, sort of springy, creamy pink color. I had gotten in my, I think it was the last Boxy Luxe, this Tarteist lip paint. It's like a lip topper. I haven't used this not once. So I thought I'll include that and maybe I'll actually try it. It's really pretty and sparkly. And I'm going to include a couple of these are my favorites, so I'm always probably going to include a couple of these. These are a good go-to when I know I've got a busy day. I bought the color, these are the Maybelline Superstay Matte Ink liquid lipsticks. These are my absolute favorites. So I had bought the color Self Starter, and I haven't worn it yet. And I had also got the color Inspirer. I think I'm gonna wear this today, I think. So I'm gonna include both of those in the basket as sort of a go-to liquid lipstick. I've got the topper that'll go with both of those. I've got the e.l.f. Classy lipstick. I'm also gonna include, there's a hair on it, from Pure. This is called Guest List. This is just like a really interesting, sort of cool toned nude. Would this go with my outfit? This was given to me by my friend Kate, so I'm going to include that in there. I really enjoyed it when I tried it the last time. And then I'm also going to include the Smashbox Legendary lipstick in Pretty Social. This is just like a soft pink. And then the last one, I wanted to do a little more variety for the lippies. That was the one area where I really struggled the last time because I felt like I didn't have a ton of options. The last one is this Trestique Prime and Color Lip Glaze in the color English Rose. I got this in the last BoxyCharm, and I haven't decided if I like it or not. I think I need a lip liner with it, and I do have this CoverGirl Lip Perfection lip liner in the color Beloved. I think those are a good match, and this one's still wrapped in plastic. I haven't even used it yet. So those are the lippies that I'm including. So that is my basket for the next, for the next 2 weeks. So we'll see this go around if I find I'm missing anything, or if I get bored this time. I don't know, but I did really enjoy it the last time, and I think I got some use out of some stuff that I wouldn't have normally. So I'm enjoying this. Let me know in the comments below if you guys are doing this as well, or if it's something you would be interested in doing. I just think it's a really cool way to look at the products that you have, maybe pull some things out that you haven't used in a while and show them some love. So let me know if you're enjoying this in the comments below. If you like this, hit the thumbs up button. If you haven't already, please subscribe, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!